Yes, people, welcome back to GNA TV. I hope you guys are well, wherever it is that you may be around the world. We are here to talk about Chelsea, obviously. Here to talk about Chelsea. Here to go through the Jules Kounde update. Lots to discuss in and around that. I'm going to be giving my thoughts and opinions on what's happened over the last couple of days, trying to really get an understanding of what's happened since Friday when we supposedly were told that it was a 95% deal and that the deal was going to be imminent. The deal was going to be imminent to Chelsea Football Club. That seems to have all transpired and switched, and we still sit here now while time is ticking, waiting to understand what will happen with Jules Kounde. Whether it be Chelsea, whether it will be Barcelona, we're going to be talking about that. We're also going to be talking about Thomas Tuchel and his comments with the loss to Arsenal as well. We're going to be getting stuck into quite a lot today, a lot of deep stuff, a lot of emotions running wild on Twitter as well, in and around how they feel about everything that's happened in the last sort of couple of days as well. So much to discuss, so much to get through. Make sure that you're smashing the like buttons now. Let's get them likes up, guys. Let's get these likes up on both GNA TV and Chelsea Fan TV as well. Big up to the Chelsea Fan TV viewers as well. I hope you guys are all well, and GNA TV, but we've got lots to get into, so let's cue that intro. Yes, people, welcome back to GNA TV and Chelsea Fan TV. I hope you guys had a lovely weekend. Obviously, we were speaking on Friday, wasn't we? On Friday, we had CFC Pies here as well, and we was going through the discussions in and around Jules Kounde. We were told that it was imminent. There was no here we go, which was something we made very clear on the stream. We didn't say it was completely done. It felt like it was nearly there. We didn't have the here we go from Fabrizio, but from what we'd been told, it was imminent, etc., etc. We're going to be delving into Jules Kounde news all of today as well. Lots to speak on, but I want to obviously say hello to everyone that's in the chat at the moment as well. Big up to Koran, big up to AB, big up to Texas Blue. El Padrino, bro, nice to see you. I hope you're well. Rocco, nice to see you. We haven't kicked a ball in anger yet. Sir Timo, Werner, big up to you. Dinisham, brother, nice to see you. Chelsea Database, nice to see you, brother. I hope you are well. Football Style, nice to see you. Hope you're good, my man. It's good to see you in the house. Yeah, big up to you, mate, but I'm not even gonna read that out, mate. Not even gonna read that out. Big up to CFCPS Lord. Nice to see you, man. He says, wake me up once the window has closed. I am done. So many Chelsea fans upset and annoyed and frustrated in and around what they've seen up to this point with Chelsea. We're going to be talking about that as well. Concierge, nice to see you, man. Lateness is greatness. You know me, my man. You know me. You know I like to be late. You know I like to be late. CFC Blues, nice to see you. Big Ron. Wazar87, who's a member of Chelsea Fan TV. Nice to see you, my man. I hope you are well. Who else have we got here? Velv, why are you even here, mate? You only come in here when things go the opposite for us. It's very funny. Yeah. All right, mate. Big Ron, big up to you. Stay away from Barcelona. It's a transfer black hole, is what Big Ron's saying. Andreas, nice to see you, bro. Never lost faith in the crown jewels incoming. Barca are wafflers and jokers after this transfer window. Listen, we're going to be talking about Barcelona. I really needed this show. I needed this show because I need to just say what I've got to say, because from what I've seen up to this point, it's comical. It's comedy. It is absolute comedy. And we're going to be getting into all of that in a bit. I'm saving myself. I'm excited, but I'm saving myself. Big up to Charlie in the house as well. Charlie, I hope you are good, my man. Hope you are good. Yes, who else we got here? Big up to Naku. Nice. Big up to you, my man. Nice to see you. Seppers, nice to see you, bro. Tobago. Mr. Carefree Lewis. Carefree around Juice isn't worthy of the number 4. Of course you would say that, wouldn't you? Of course you would say that, obviously. You know, your guys out up in Barcelona, do you know what I mean? And it's funny that Lewis's lover and one of my favourite players could actually be the pairing centre backs for Barcelona. How funny is that? That's not funny, man. I'm not happy. Hi, Karim Martin, big up to you. Cruz, big up to you. Undertaker CFC, big up to you. Who else have we got here? CFC Jack, Eastside Views, nice to see you. You lot just talk all the time, man. You Arsenal fans are funny, man. You say this every year, and for the last 20 years, you ain't finished above us. Calm yourself down, man. Calm yourself down. Angel, big up to you. Says, Jem, I know you support TT, but his comments after Arsenal game were ridiculous. He's responsible for repairing the players' mentality and physically. We're going to talk about Thomas Tuchel as well, because there's been a lot of frustration in and around his comments, the Twitter timeline, the Chelsea fan base, everyone losing their minds around his comments, some sticking up for him, some slightly pissed off with him. Typical Chelsea fan base, isn't it? This is what we're about. This is what we are about. Richard, nice to see you in the house, man. Elmer Days, another L for Chelsea. Well, not yet. That's what I'm going to say. Not yet. Well, Kounde, yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. Anyway, big up to every single one of you guys. I want to get into it because there's so much to talk about. Over 300 of you guys combined here. Let me just get some more of me. I've been to the gym. So, also, just to let you know, tomorrow night I'm going away for a week. I'm going away. I haven't been away for 2 years. I need a break. Chelsea, footwork, living at home, personal life. I need a break from it all. Let me go and enjoy myself. Yes, I will be away for a week after tomorrow night. I will try and stream. Obviously, I'm streaming today. I will try and stream tomorrow as well, so you get 2 streams from me. But then I won't be back till Tuesday next week, guys. So if things do happen, which they may do, I won't be able to cover them as of then. But obviously, when I'm back next week, we'll do a review show on all of the stuff that's happened, if anything's happened with Chelsea up to that point as well. Chelsea, old boys, nice to see you, bro. Hope you will. Big up, Jim. Let's have it right with minerals. Minerals, yeah, I know. Johnny's cracking, man. Yeah, big up to Johnny as well, man. I haven't seen him in a bit. It'd be nice to see what he's up to. NS Sports, big up to you as well. Fator, I'm going away, bro. I'm going Croatia. I'm going Croatia, man. I'm going to party. I'm going to have a little party, man. I deserve it. All right, I deserve it. I deserve a break from this all. All right, let's get into it, because obviously everyone wants to talk about Jules Kounde and whatever else. Make sure you're hitting them likes, though, guys. We've got over 100 people on GNA TV. Only 36 likes, guys. Come on, let's get this up to 100 likes. Hit that like button. On the Chelsea Fan TV side, 281 of you guys. Big up to every single one of you guys. Let's get this over 100 guys on there as well. Let's get stuck in. I will be going through your questions in the chat. Jem's going, listen, I didn't tell you this. I said Croatia, but I'm actually flying to the Lagos in Portugal, where Jules Kounde is. And I'm going to wait for him to finish training. And when he comes out, I've got the plan to kidnap him. We'll put him in a bag. And then I'll bring him back. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop him outside the front of Stamford Bridge. Yeah. And then the security guy's going to open the bag up and see Jules Kounde lying there like this. I'm doing us a favour, guys. I'm doing us a favour. All this nonsense. We don't deserve this nonsense, man. Jim getting them Croatian girls. No, man. No. Well, we'll see in it. But nah, I can't, mate. My missus will beat me up. But yeah, I'm going with the boys. It's a boys' holiday. So yeah. Going to Split, bro. I'm going to Split. I don't believe this news, Mohammed. I don't believe this news one bit. I think it's a load of rubbish, to be honest. It's not my honest opinion. Big up to Catch Critic in the house, man. Nice to see you, Catch. It's been a while. Just get him to sign at Barca. Big up, man. Big up to Winter Surfer. Guys, all right. Over 400 of you guys in here at the moment. 412 of you guys in here. Big up to you. Let's get into it, yeah? Sitting here waffling, don't I? I do that a lot, man. I like talking. Anyway, let's go. Let's quickly, before we get into Kounde, because there's so much to talking around Jules Kounde, we'll get to that in a second. But obviously, managing Barca, I've quoted at Sport, who, let's be serious, are not the most legit, especially through this saga of Jules Kounde. We're going to be talking about certain individuals, journos that have been commenting this, that, and the other in today's show as well. The Irish Sport are saying that Chelsea have stopped talks with FC Barcelona for Azpilicueta and Alonso. Earlier on today, I read something that said that basically Azpilicueta was nearly pretty much done to Barcelona. The one thing I've learned in this space of time over the Kounde saga is that I don't think these guys actually know anything. I genuinely don't think they know anything. There's so many conflicting reports. There's so many people saying the opposites to what someone else is saying. There's not a common rift of journalists all saying the same sort of thing. You know, you've got a lot of the tier one staying very quiet, and then you've got a lot of these other journalists that some we may have not heard, some that were more common but not very reliable, etc., all just throwing out all this mixed spew of different views and opinions on this Kounde saga. And even with this, I read it and I'm like, yeah, well, we know Thomas Tuchel wasn't happy. We know Thomas Tuchel, in an interview before the Arsenal game, said that he's quite reluctant to let Aspilicueta go. I don't think he feels that Barcelona value Aspilicueta in the way that he should be valued. The Alonso one, I don't know. It seems like it's gone a little bit quiet. Chelsea, again, not able to get the money that they want for him. Are Chelsea overpricing Aspilicueta and Alonso? Now, I know the fan base. Want a majority of these players gone, and I get that. Ultimately, the issue that we have at the moment is that we're not replacing these players. We're taking a bit too long on certain things which we shouldn't do on others, and it's becoming a little bit dragged out. It feels a lot dragged out with Chelsea at the moment, and we're going to be talking a bit more about that in a second. I have got Ben Jacobs' comments as well, which he's talking about, which we'll be talking about a bit later on as well. So ultimately, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Aspilicueta and Alonso. Apparently, they both want to leave Chelsea. We've been told that the situation is the players both want to go. Chelsea slightly reluctant to do a bit of business with Barcelona. Do you really blame them at the moment after the way they've moved with the Rafinha and now the Jules Kounde deal as well? I feel like there's a little bit of rift between Chelsea and Barcelona. I don't know what happened with Todd Bowley when he went to have a meal with Laporta and all the other lot in Spain at the time. He said it was a good meal. It doesn't feel like it was a good meal. I don't feel like it was a good meal. Whatever happened in there, it's going to be interesting. Kounde's not happening. Everyone's so fixed on Kounde. We are going to be talking Kounde next. Barca already trying to offer us less money plus Spotify premium for Aspi. Do you know what's funny about Barcelona? Someone sent it to me yesterday. They're now selling grass. Grass off their pitch. They're selling that and they're putting it on, they're making stadiums and they're putting grass in the middle of stadiums like a memorabilia thing, and they're selling it to people. I want to know how much that is. If anyone knows, if anyone could go on Barcelona's site and find out, or their superstore, and find out how much it is to buy a stadium with like a toy Nou Camp with a bit of grass in it, and it's actual Nou Camp grass. They're cutting out their own grass on their pitch and putting it in the stadium. I need to know. I need to know how much they're charging for this. Yes, I know, Sean Chelsea, I know. We've got 13 days until Everton away, and we still haven't replaced the centre-backs that we lost. That is true. That is true. And it feels very delayed, very... I don't know. I really don't know. At the beginning, we got Koulibaly, we got Sterling. Right, Sterling took a bit long. Koulibaly was bang, quick. There you go, done. And then I thought to myself, we're moving quick. We're going to start, getting things done. You're going to see a centre-back soon. Then we're going to go and get a forward. Then we're going to go and do this. Then we're going to go and do that. Now we're 13 days from the Premier League, and we still ultimately haven't sorted out the one position that we need to sort at the back before we start looking at forward. Unless we're multitasking, which I'm assuming Todd Bowley and Mr. Eghbali are doing. I don't know. Because when you look at Thomas Tuchel's comments, and we're going to be talking about Thomas Tuchel a bit later on in the show, about being frustrated and not being ready in 2 weeks' time, which is feeling the case, then I can understand why some of the Chelsea fan base are worried. We're not, ultimately, if we do get players, even if we sign players for the positions that we require, by the time that they come to Chelsea, do their medical, mix with the team, they're probably missing the first game, maybe two, dependent on when we do this. Now, I know there's still a lot of time in the window for us to get things done. And should we ultimately be pulling our hair out and panicking right now? A little bit, yeah. But at the same time, there's still time. So for me, it's a thing of that. I think we've just got to give Chelsea to this window. I think we've just got to see what happens for this window. The window hasn't finished yet. So it's going to be interesting to see. Gemma, I'll be honest, Bowley and co-owners are the fault of this. They are slow. It's a hard one for me to grasp, because when you look at the way that they've moved on each of the decisions and signings that they've gone for, all right, Sterling took a bit of time, but you have to remember with Sterling, we had no pressure. There was not like there was A, B, C, and D teams trying to pull him. It was coming to Chelsea. There was no interest from anyone else. For Chelsea, it would have felt, well, he's there, he's coming, it's already done. The motions are in movement. Why, let's not rush that. And I get that because he's not going anywhere else. He's linked, he's coming to Chelsea. The Koulibaly one, we moved quickly and we got done very quick. The Napoli president came out and said he didn't want to send him to Barcelona because they don't have no money. They don't have no money. Is what he said. Yeah. So we got him done. The Rafinha deal, we moved solid, quick, and swift. He put the money down. He laid it down. Right. He done what he could have done. We were told that a full agreement was reached. And again, Barcelona come out and persuade the player to wait. The player waits. We wait for a week or so. They laid down the bid, which was more than what Chelsea had put down. So they overpaid for Rafinha, which, fair enough. They've gone and done it now. And ended up getting the player that they wanted. Right? From the Chelsea stance point, is that Todd Bowley's fault? Maybe. I don't feel it isn't. I feel like he'd done everything that he possibly could to pull it forward. The only thing that he could have done better is that if the player had already made the decision to go Barcelona, and it was going to be the case of, well, we're going to wait for this, wait for this bid to come in. Then if I'm him, I would have just pulled the bid. And ultimately, and we're going to talk about Jules Kounde next, but the Jules Kounde thing, even though it's not a Rafinha 2.0 to the fullest, because let's be serious, he wants both. He don't just want to go Barcelona. He's already got personal terms agreed with Chelsea. He's got personal terms agreed with Barcelona. Rafinha only had personal terms agreed with Barcelona. We had an agreement with the club, Leeds, for Rafinha, but ultimately we never had an agreement on personal side. So there is a difference. There is a massive difference in this Jules Kounde thing between the two. Haley, man. Haley. Made me drink water. I'm not going to cry over Jules Kounde not coming to Chelsea. Yes, I'm a massive fan of Jules Kounde, a player that I think would suit our team very, very well. But ultimately, for the amount of crap that we're going through as fans, this saga, how long it's taken, I'd rather not. It's got to the point where I'm just like, just get it done. And we're going to get to Jules Kounde next, and we're going to really deep this. We're going to really deep this Jules Kounde saga since Friday to now. And we're going to talk about the tweets. We're going to talk about certain journos from both Barca's, Sevilla's, Chelsea's, and we're going to go through it. We're going to go through it together, and we're ultimately going to try and paint an image of what we feel is happening with Jules Kounde saga. And then we're going to get into Thomas Tuchel as well. Big up to Hiking with Martin. We're probably in a slightly worse position right now as we were last year. And maybe, yeah. We are, because we haven't sorted out the defence and we've lost two key players. Ultimately, we are weakened. We're weakened, even though we bring Koulibaly in, and that's cool. It's not enough. It's not enough, is it? We need more. We need more. I mean, everyone, big up to everyone that's in the chat. So many people commenting. We better be negotiating with other centre-back targets. We should be talking to Skriniar. We haven't got the time to wait for him. We're going to get into it. Let's just start. Big up to you, Charlie, as well. Big up to Sportswire and everyone that's in this. Nearly over 1,000 of you in here combined. Again, big up to every single one of you guys. Make sure you're smashing the likes. So, guys, let's get this over 200 likes on both channels. We've got 350 people, nearly 400 people on GNA TV. Big up to every single one of you guys. But we've only got 56 likes, guys. If there's 300 of you here, hit the thumb. Hit that thumb. Hit that thumb now. I want this over 100. Come on, guys. Get this over 100. 594 on Chelsea Fan TV. Nearly 600 of you guys here. Let's get this over 200, guys. We only got 125 likes there as well. Let's get this up. Let's get this up. Sorry, I'm drinking a lot of water because I've got a very dry mouth today. A very, very dry mouth. All right. So let's get into Jules Kounde. Let's talk about it. Let's really deep this. Let's really try and understand what we think's going on here. And I want to get your thoughts and opinions in the chat as well. So, as of today, Jules Kounde, via Sevilla FC England, have put a comment out saying, man like Jules. And there he is. There he is. He's training. Still there, training away, doing his thing. Now, we've been told that he hasn't travelled with Sevilla. He still stayed at the hotel. He's still working at the gym. He's still doing sort of sideline training. He's still really waiting to understand what his destiny is. Where is he going to go? What's going on? Etc. Etc. So, yeah. So now what we're going to do, now we come out of that, is we're going to rewind, because we're going to rewind back to after Friday. So Friday comes, we do a stream, a very good stream, and we are talking about him being imminent, 95% there. It wasn't a here we go, but it was the fact that we'd been told that Barcelona weren't involved, they couldn't afford it. The financial office told Xavi and the rest of them, Laporta, that they haven't got the funds. They just can't match what Chelsea have done. We're on the other side sitting there thinking to ourselves, well, Sevilla ain't going to accept anything less. They've agreed personal terms. The only thing that we was waiting for at that point was the finalisation of the contracts. The lawyers looking at the little words in the contract to get it signed off and whatever else. Yeah, we go to bed, we sleep. I wake up and I look at my phone, and we have all these DMs from people. I open it up, and it's Gerard Romero. Yep, you know who that is. I ain't got to explain it to you. 99.9% Kounde to Barcelona. Barcelona have been negotiating for Jules Kounde overnight, and Sevilla are willing to listen and allow them the opportunity to bid. Ultimately, I just thought it was Bath. I was like, you know what? He's talking out of his arse. He's doing what he does all the time. You know, he's going to keep doing this until he's confirmed as a player. Some people feel that this guy talks a lot of sense because he got the Rafinha thing right. Granted, he did. Big up, fair enough to him. But we missed him one thing here. He said that 99.9% Barcelona get Jules Kounde. That was on Saturday morning. We are now at Monday. Where's the 99.9%? He still keeps saying things are happening, things are happening, things are happening. All we said through this whole fucking period, things are happening, things are happening, things are happening, things are happening, things are happening. Now, he might be in the know. Obviously, he knows people. Obviously, from Barca and whatever. Cool. But I do feel like he's laying it on the line here. I don't think he fully knows. I think he's kind of just throwing himself out there and just guessing to a degree that it's going to happen. Because for someone to say 99.9% that this deal is done, then I would have expected Saturday, Sunday, Barcelona have beat Chelsea's bid to Jules Kounde. Jules Kounde's agreed personal terms, this, that, and the other. He hasn't done that. Sevilla haven't done that. And that's not what we've heard. So I look at Fabrizio Romano because you hear a lot of the Sevilla journos commenting about, you get a lot of the Sevilla journos commenting about Jules Kounde and that there is no agreement, that Barcelona haven't bidded. And the whole weekend through this process, they've stuck by that story. Now, what they have done, the Sevilla journos, actually, you know what? We're going to save that. This is down Fabrizio Romano. So it gets to Saturday and I'm waiting for Fabrizio Romano to confirm this. We don't get it, but then we get a comment saying Barcelona feel Chelsea's proposal for Jules Kounde is too important to be matched. Blah, 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 10 million salary, 5-year contract. Chelsea's contract's ready. This is what we got on Friday at 6 o'clock, right? That's what we got from him. But then we get this. And this was... Where is it? There we are. This was the next comment from him. Jules Kounde, while Sevilla sources deny any agreement with FCB as negotiations are only with Chelsea, Barcelona are preparing an official bid to try and hijack the deal, as Gerard Romero reports, right? Chelsea still waiting for Sevilla/Jules green light since Thursday. So we're sitting there waiting for Fabrizio Romano to actually legitimately confirm that what Gerard Romero said about Jules Kounde being 99.9% a Barcelona player, because that's what he said, 99.9% a Barcelona player. We're waiting for a tier one, a Matt Law, a Ornstein, a Fabrizio. And he comes out and all he does is just quotes what they said. So he doesn't confirm. He just quotes. He just quotes that Gerard Romero, as per what Gerard Romero says, Barcelona are preparing a bid. That is it. Chelsea are still waiting for Seville to give the green light. Chelsea have done what they've needed to do. We're just sitting back waiting for Seville. Ultimately, the truth is, we've woke up in shock because Seville and Barcelona overnight Monchi, whoever it is that's dealing with the negotiations, have received a call from Barcelona Saturday morning, basically telling them that they're willing to probably match Chelsea's terms or not match Chelsea's terms, but offer an incentive package, which is maybe a little bit better than what Chelsea are offering. That's what we heard. Well, that's what I heard from reading on here, right? So then so Sevilla sat there, Monchi sat there. Apparently they've got a good relationship with Barcelona and they've given them the opportunity. So rather than green lighting it Saturday morning and sending Jules Kounde off for the medical, they then sit there, right? And they sit with Barcelona and go, all right, cool. We'll give you the chance. Come back to us with a bid. So this is Saturday. More points on Kounde. Kounde has always been in talks with both Chelsea and Barca in the last 2 weeks. Barcelona's proposal won't match Chelsea's condition. Too high, different structure. Chelsea sent official bid 3 days ago, still hoping for Sevilla green light. So hang on a second here, right? Because this is where it confuses me, right? Before we get onto the Sevilla journos. I've been told by we've been told by Gerard Romero that this bid is getting done. 99.9%, Barcelona putting a bid in, it's going to happen, right? Now we're being told that Barcelona can't offer what Chelsea's done in proposal, but they can offer a different structure. So the Chelsea proposal is too high, but they'll offer a different structure, right? Why is Sevilla even entertaining this? Because from what we know from Sevilla, we were being told that they want a bidding war. They want to get as close as we can to the release clause of Jules Kounde before they sell him. Now, if Barcelona have bluffed and said, we'll offer something that's near Chelsea or maybe a bit better, but you've got to give us a bit of time, because that's what I feel has happened, yeah? But then you're reading conflicting reports saying that they can't match Chelsea's bid. I've read that they can lay a certain amount of cash down and the rest of it, I think it's like 20 million in add-ons, which then equivalates to the total of what Chelsea have offered, which is 65 mil, which is what we've heard. So if they've done that, or are doing that, that still doesn't work for Sevilla because they've got a third club. The third club that ultimately still needs to be paid in all of this is Bordeaux. So if Bordeaux, Sevilla and Chelsea already have an agreement between the three of them, which was finalised on Friday night and worked for Sevilla, to now Barcelona in the mix because they feel that they can offer something, but it's not exactly the same. What are Sevilla waiting for? I know what Barcelona are doing, and we're going to get into it. I know what Barcelona are doing because Saturday came and we move on. Look, I'm scrolling, right? We keep going, right? The next comment we get on Jules Kounde, where is it? The next comment that we get on Jules Kounde, obviously Tuchel says that he has no clue what's going on with the Kounde thing. Obviously he does, but he can't say at the time because he's not a Chelsea player. Managers don't talk on them. That's fair enough. The next thing that pops up on Jules Kounde is this. And this was 23 hours ago. So this would have been Saturday night, Sunday morning, something like that. All right. So they get a comment from Fabrizio Romano saying, Kounde, Barca preparing an opening bid. Won't match the 55 million as structure will be different. No Depay and or Dest included. Chelsea's 55 million bid still valid in Sevilla's hands. Sevilla sources insist they're only talking to Chelsea right now, but still no final green light. Barca preparing an opening bid won't match the 55 million. That's the bit I'm reading again. So we've gone from Saturday waking up being told that Barcelona are going to match Chelsea to now Sunday, well, we are now Monday, right? Being told that they're not going to match Chelsea's bid, but they're going to structure it differently. Now, the difference in the structure of the bid is that apparently Chelsea are issuing a 4 instalment payment for Jules Kounde. What Barcelona have verbally said to Sevilla is that it may be lower, but they're going to structure it over 2 installments. So in theory, Sevilla get their money back quicker, if that makes sense. It's still not as much, but they get it better. They get it quicker, if that makes sense. Still don't make no sense to me because you're still losing 10, potentially 15 million pounds on this player. So he brings that out. Still no confirmation since Saturday when we were told Barcelona are preparing it. Yeah. And it gets to Monday. Now, did we even get anything Monday from him? Yeah, we did. Here we go. 17 hours ago. Barcelona received indications from Jules Kounde in the last hours that the player would be prepared to accept personal terms proposal. Xavi's also called him. Chelsea discussed personal terms with Kounde days ago, but still not got the green light. They keep saying from the Chelsea perspective, we haven't got the green light. And the truth is, Chelsea have put the paperwork down. Chelsea have got maybe the work permit sorted. Chelsea have got the personal terms agreed. Chelsea have got Bordeaux as who's taking 20% of the cost agreed. Sevilla partially or 3/4 agreed. But we still ain't being given the green light. And we're still sitting here. So Todd Boehly supposedly is meant to have got involved. Whether that meet happened yesterday, I don't know. Mail Sport reported that Todd Boehly went to have a discussion with Monchi. How true that is, I don't know. But from the Chelsea perspective, and why I'm going with this, is that we've done everything we can do right now. We've given them the offer that they wanted. They ain't giving us the green light. I don't get, and this is where I'm confused with this, I don't get why they're not giving Chelsea the green light. Why are we not getting the green light for a player who, or for a player against a team who are not able to commit or compare a package offer for Jules Kounde that matches Chelsea? That just don't make sense. This goes against everything that Sevilla have said since last year. Because last year they were banging on they want as much money as possible for this player because they've got to give 20% to Bordeaux. So why are they waiting? And ultimately, out of all of this, the truth is, ultimately, out of all of everything that's going on right now, this is what Barcelona wanted. This was Barcelona's plan. Barcelona's plan was, and I'm telling you now, to have a delay. Now, we're being told, or have been told from Rashad and Romero and some other Barca journos, that Barcelona's third lever is set to kick in at the end of this month or the beginning of August. I think Barcelona have bluffed a little bit. I think they've kind of said that they're going to do something, not doing it to buy themselves time. Sevilla are probably bought onto the carrot, bit onto it, thinking that something's going to come in, which suits them even more. I don't know how. I really don't know how, because at the moment they've been told that Barcelona are going to be offering less. And I ultimately think that Barcelona are trying to wait till they can get some more funds. We're being told now that they're having disagreements in the financial office because some of the people in Barcelona are saying we can't afford it. Others are saying, well, let's back Xavi because Xavi wants the player. He's priority. Kounde, from what we're being told, is happy to go to Barcelona. But Kounde is also happy to go to Chelsea. And ultimately, I think Jules Kounde is in the position of saying, well, satisfy Sevilla, and sorry, I just got a text from someone. I just saw it. Satisfy Sevilla, and you get your player, and that's the issue. We're not satisfied. We've done our bit. We've done what we can up to this point. But if Sevilla, there's anything else? Let's quickly have a look. Because we're going to go into the Sevilla journos next. No. So up to this point on Fabrizio Romano, all we keep saying is that Barcelona are going to bid, Barcelona are going to bid. So since Saturday, they've been saying Barcelona are going to bid something. But ultimately, the truth is this, and this is what it narrows down to. Barcelona are bluffing because they're trying to buy themselves time for their third lever to kick in. They ain't got the money to compete with Chelsea. They've even told Sevilla this. Sevilla, for some weird reason, are sitting there, hanging around, dangling, waiting for Barcelona to offer something. Is that push from Jules Kounde? Is Kounde saying, well, no, let's just wait because I want them to give us, put something forward. But ultimately, this lies on Sevilla. This lies on Sevilla. And if Barcelona do bid in the next upcoming days while I'm away, if they do put that bid out, I promise you now, that bid is not going to match Chelsea. And if they accept that bid lower than what Chelsea's put forward, I'm baffed. I'm lost. That goes against everything that Monchi wanted or Sevilla wanted. I'm so baffed. I can't even, it makes no sense to me. Ultimately, he's going to get less wages. Fine. You know, maybe he's cool with that. But Sevilla are going to get less money. And even with the 2 installment plan to get, you know, to get the funds paid, it just, I don't know. Guys, big up to you. Over 1,550 of you guys here combined. We've got 700 people on the GNA TV side. Let's get this over 200 likes, people. Let's get this over 200 likes. 860 of you guys on Chelsea Fan TV as well. I hope you guys are all well. Get this over 300 likes if we can on both. Lots of you getting involved. Sorry, I haven't been able to read the chat. I've just been trying to get into this. We're going to get into the Sevilla journos next. We're going to get into the Sevilla journos next. Don't you worry. We're going to get into them. What would you take Kounde or Mukiele from Leipzig? Kounde. For me personally, I want Kounde. I've always wanted Kounde. No, ultimately, it doesn't look like we're going to get. Fabrizio said that Kounde wants Barca. That's why Sevilla does not give the green light to Chelsea. Yeah, but Kounde wants Barca, but Barca ain't doing anything. Barca are just trying to buy time. That's what I'm saying to you guys. Like, it's mad. So today's news, where we are today on the Jules Kounde saga. Well, we've got a comment from Alts, who we're going to go to next, actually, this guy. All right, I've never heard of him. But since this Jules Kounde saga, this Fernando Serrano, who is a Sevilla journalist, has been quite vocal in and around this, along with some other Sevilla journos as well. This is what he's saying. He's saying Chelsea's improves its offer to Sevilla for Kounde. They are very clear that they want to close the operation as soon as possible. This starts to pick up pace. So let's read it again. Chelsea improves its offer to Sevilla for Kounde. They are very clear that they want to close the operation as soon as possible. This is starting to pick up pace. He still feels that Chelsea are in the driving seat. He, as a Sevilla journalist, and before we get into his comments, which we're going to go to next, let me just quickly read out. Someone's just put in a super chat in there. I don't want to miss your super chat, guys. I don't want to miss your super chat. Here we go. Big up to Nandan in the house. Nice to see you, bro. Hope you will. Thank you for the donation. He says, I'm worried about our offence. I'm worried about our offence then defence. We need to score goals and do better in the final third. I agree. I do feel that we need more than Sterling. I keep stressing that we need a creator, that we need someone that can create more. Ultimately, you're right. And we're 13 days away from the Everton game. We need to sort that area out for me. I think we need it. I think we need to get it done. But at the same time, bro, we need the central back area is as important. We haven't sorted out the central back area. It's an area that we need to improve in as well. You know, the Jules Kounde thing's dragging out well too long. And ultimately, if I am, and we're going to get to the Chelsea thoughts instead. I'm just going to Sevilla, and then we're going to go on to Chelsea. But big up to you, Nandan. Big up to you. Thank you for the donation. On his YouTube, he said Kounde is happy to agree terms with Barca. But he's also happy to agree terms with Chelsea. So I'm lost. So it is just basically a thing of Barcelona needs to put an offer forward. Kounde wanted to go Chelsea last season. Yeah, and ultimately, people could, you could look at us and blame us for that. But the fact that we've took too long to get things done as well is part of it. He's still pinned this. Look, he's still got Kounde's blue. He's still got Kounde's blue. He's confident. He is confident that it's going to happen. What are Master saying? Can I translate? Let's see what they're saying. From wanting it to discarding it to going through a supposed agreement not reached, since at no time have they been in contact with Sevilla itself, whoever really bets on Kounde will take it. Well, that makes no sense, Master, because Chelsea have really put that forward. So anyway, let's go to this comment that he's put here. So his comment here is, Barca people, I don't care if Kounde goes to Barca or Chelsea, but if Barca hasn't made any kind of offer, I can't say that it's possible that he will go to Barca. Since the only negotiation is with Chelsea, if there is an offer from Barca, I will say so. At the moment, zero. So since Saturday, since Gerard Romero keeps saying it's happening, something's happening. Yeah, he's been saying it for the last fucking 3 days. To now, Barcelona still have done jack shit. Barcelona has still done jack shit. And that don't surprise me. That generally don't surprise me. He then goes on to say this. He also, and another thing seems embarrassing to me about some Barcelona fans, and not just fans. Respect zero and shame zero. You do not represent Barcelona Far from it. With people like you, freedom of expression is at risk, and I feel very sorry. He's having a dig at Barcelona fans there. So yeah, he's not happy with them. We got this comment as well, right? This is another Sevilla journo, right? That comments a lot has been commenting a lot in and around. This guy, his name's Jose Gavilan. Now him, Fernando, and there's one other. I think he's on here as well. These lot are the ones that have been saying that Chelsea are pretty much 90% there with the Kounde deal, and that it's going to happen, and that their insight or sources into Sevilla are telling them that this is the case, etc., etc., etc. He says here, it is impossible that here he goes. He says, sorry, there is no negotiation between Sevilla and Barcelona by Kounde. It is impossible that it is a one step away. So he squashed Gerard Romero's comments, or that there is a closed agreement, which is what he's put here, because at the moment there is no negotiation. Basically, Barcelona have picked up the phone Friday morning before Sevilla were about to give the green. Sorry, Saturday morning before Sevilla were about to give the green light, and before they give the green light, and basically said that they're going to do A, B, C, D. Whatever they've said to them, I don't know what they've said. Yeah, but ultimately, they've told them they're going to do something. They haven't done it. So how long are Sevilla going to stay patient? How long are Sevilla going to sit there and allow Barcelona the time? And how long are Chelsea going to sit there? Because we ain't got time. Chelsea Football Club need to kick on. If Jules Kounde doesn't want Chelsea, and it is another Rafinha scenario in terms of that he does want to go Barcelona and he'd rather wait 3, 4, 5, fucking 10 weeks for Barcelona to pay it, then just pull the bid. Or if that's not the case, yeah, and he does kind of still want Chelsea, but he also wants to hear what Barca are going to do, and they're going to weigh it up, or Sevilla are going to weigh it up, then Chelsea need to put pressure on Sevilla and just say, look, I'm going to be honest with you guys, we've got 12 days to the beginning of everything. We've still got to sort A and B out. We were meant to have done this last week. This is what Todd Boehly should be doing. This is what Todd Boehly should be saying, we've got to get on with things. Ultimately, next week we've got to, we've got the Premier League in 12 days. If you do not give me an answer by hence tomorrow, Wednesday, I will be pulling my bid. That puts them under pressure. What does that then do? They will then contact Barcelona, force Barcelona to make a decision on whether they're going to be able to offer a fee within that period, and ultimately we get a decision. But if you're just going to sit there and just wait, we've given green light. You're not giving us green light. All right, cool. There you go. Yeah, we'll just wait. We'll wait for you. Yeah, and you don't get the answer, and you're still sitting there. Are you going to give us an answer? Okay, we'll wait. Like you're allowing them in control of this matter. You're literally allowing them to dictate and control the whole scenario. And Monchi, as hard of a negotiator he is, and I get he's a nightmare. Yeah, I'm pretty much sure if Barcelona are bluffing and they can't actually bid an amount, he will take that Chelsea bid. Kounde is not staying at Sevilla. I'll be shocked if Kounde stays at Sevilla. I do not see Kounde staying at Sevilla. So ultimately, Chelsea need to grow some balls and fucking lay the law, because we are wasting time. We are not, this is not working for us. When there is an offer, when there is a negotiation, and when there is an agreement, we will tell you about it. So he's against the whole Barcelona not doing anything thing. This is the other guy. Jose Manuel Garcia, another guy who said that Chelsea, got an agreement that it was going to happen. His, medical's coming soon. And then he twisted it on Chelsea and then said that Chelsea haven't sent the finalised documents on Saturday, and that's why it hasn't been announced. It's got nothing to do with Barcelona, this, that, and the other. Yeah. And then it got flipped again, and we got told that the docs are there now and they've received it. What I'm trying to get at, there's too many A, B, C's, and D's. You've got one side of people saying, it's going to get done, and then they're flip-flopping a bit. And then you've got the Barca side with Gerard Romero leading the way, saying 99.9% Barcelona player, he's a Barcelona player, blah, 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 but not fucking doing anything, not even offering a penny to Sevilla. And Sevilla is sitting there in the middle. Like, it's ridiculous. And you've got the Sevilla journos saying what they're saying. You've got the Chelsea journos gone quiet. The Chelsea journos we're going to get to in a second. The Chelsea journos have disappeared off the Richter scale. Barring Simon Phillips. Where's Matt Law gone? What happened to his comments? You know, what happened to Matt Law? Why is he not clearing this up? Ben Jacobs came out and said what he had to say. At least he looked into it Saturday and confirmed to us on Saturday. You know, at least he came back and said something, even if we didn't like it. You know, he mentioned that it was true what Joe Romero was saying, that Barcelona are trying to mount a bid. And that's the case. It is true what he said. It's just that they haven't done it. It's just that they haven't done it. They still haven't done it now. And ultimately, these guys are trying to buy time. I'm telling you, they're trying to buy time for their third lever to operate. They haven't got the money. They can't even register players now. They're selling grass. They're selling grass. Like, I can't. I can't take this. It's ridiculous. You know, I'm going to even bring up them Ben Jacob. You know, I'm fed up of talking about Seville, guys. I'm going to go to the Ben Jacob comment now. Let's talk about the Chelsea journos. We spoke about Barca's, yeah, all saying, yeah, he's going to be the player. Still waiting, no bid. 99.9% on fucking Saturday, Monday. Where is it? Yeah, so they don't fucking know what they're talking about. You've got the Sevilla journos who have said that he's going to be a Chelsea player and have gone against the Barca thing. And to be honest, they're right again on that point. But still, they've only flip-flopped a bit by saying that Chelsea haven't sent docs to Sevilla, which is what the delay is, which is not true. And now that's been all cleared up. What's the delay? So they don't really have a full understanding of it. They've gone a bit up and down with it. And then you've got the Chelsea lot. I want to say Chelsea lot because Ben Jacobs ain't Chelsea. He's Leicester. Sports Leicester, I think. Yeah, at least Ben Jacobs, and I spoke to him on Saturday. I asked the question, like, is this true about Barcelona? And his comments were here. Sevilla continue to deny anything has been agreed with Barca, formally or verbally, but Barca are in the race, largely due to Xavi, which is obvious. They need to offload to register and ultimately agree a fee with Sevilla. Barca reliant on both Sevilla and Kounde. But there you go. It's there. Everything I just said to you or explained to you, it's there. He's just said it. But Barca are in the race, we know, largely due to Xavi. They need to offload and register. So they need to get rid of players and they still need to register the ones they've got before they can even buy. So how long do they need to do that? How long is Sevilla going to wait for this to be ultimately sorted? Ultimately agree a fee with Sevilla. Yeah, so they need to offload and register and ultimately agree fee with Sevilla. So they can't agree a fee with Sevilla or even offer a bid for Sevilla until they offload and register the ones they got. Barca reliant on both Sevilla and Kounde patience. What I say to you, it's a bluff. They are bluffing. They're trying to buy themselves time. And ultimately, they may do that. I'm not saying that they won't. But this falls down to Sevilla. How long do they want to wait? They were told us that the deadline was this weekend. And now we've been told the deadline is midweek. Next minute, it's going to be the deadline is August the 1st. Next minute, it's going to be deadline is August the 5th. Oh, there's the Barca bit. There you go. Bang. Yeah, we agreed a deal with Barcelona. Just fucking flip-flops. Sevilla are a bunch of flip-flops as well. Ultimately, it's just a stressful situation. You know, and he even said this. Sevilla continues to deny any both reliant on Sevilla. Yeah, no, and then he says CFC on the other hand are exerting pressure. They want things resolved by early next week. We're in early next week, so Monday, Tuesday. I want an answer, one way or the other. Having thought the deal was done 48 hours ago, Chelsea haven't given up at all. Lots of noise from Spain because they feel Kounde wants Barca, but Barca must move to satisfy him. So ultimately, the ball at the moment is in Sevilla's hand. Yeah, the ball's in Sevilla's hand. But ultimately, you know, Chelsea could take back that control. Chelsea could literally grab it by the balls right now and go, look, you got till Wednesday. If they've given an improved offer, which they may have done, they might have not improved the total value, they might have improved the package. So remember when I said to you about the 4 installments and Barcelona doing it over 2 installments? Maybe they've agreed to do it over 2.5, 3. Maybe there's a better agreement in place now. Like, we're going to have to wait, man. We're going to have to wait, but I just don't think we've got enough time to wait. Like, if we're not going to get him, look somewhere else. I know I want him so much, but ultimately, if we're not going to get him, let's just go elsewhere. Honestly, let's just go elsewhere. 538 of you guys in there. Only 170 likes on GNA TV. Smash the likes, guys. Let's get this over 200. GNA TV, over 200, guys. Come on, we should be on 300 likes now. Over 500 of you guys here. On the Chelsea Fan TV side, we've got 763 with 281 likes, guys. Well done to you. Keep smashing the likes as always. Get this over 300 likes. Guys, come on GNA TV. Catch them up. Catch them up, guys. Just hit them likes if you haven't done already. Daddy Roman would have triggered the release clause. Some people feel that Roman wouldn't have allowed this to happen, you know, ultimately. So, yeah, you know, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But ultimately, where do we stand with this all? Where do we actually stand with this all? Well, we stand in the same position as we did Saturday when Barcelona bluffed and said that they were going to put something forward. Miguel Delaney came out of a comment today saying that Jules Kounde has been willing to join Chelsea, who have the principles of a deal done, but his preferred option is Barcelona. So, look, if that's true, then we need to move on. And Todd Boehly needs to literally lay the law. He needs to be hard on them. He needs to be hard on Sevilla and not allow them control and waste our time, which is what they're doing right now. They're wasting Chelsea's time. They're wasting Chelsea's time. Yeah, there we go. Jules Kounde, you know, we'll continue to evaluate that. I'll be back again tomorrow on Jules Kounde, hopefully, with some more news to break through with you guys. So we'll definitely go through that and discuss it as well. Can we move on from this crowd news and look for possible alternatives? Yeah, you know, we're going to get away from that. And this is where we're going next to Digibeni. This is where we're going to next. Kounde's been brainwashed, is what we've got here. Barcelona fan, I'm assuming. He wants Barca. It's clear he has agreed personal terms with Chelsea to make sure that if somehow Barca fail to sign him, he's... Yeah, but bro, I've already said it. Like, you guys, he may want you guys, and that's fair. But ultimately, can you afford the player? Because at the moment, how long is it taking you to lay a bid? And how long is Sevilla going to give you? And how long is Chelsea going to, until Chelsea put pressure on Sevilla? Sevilla, one way or the other, are going to want money. And if you guys ain't going to be able to do it in a certain period of time, then maybe it don't work for you. That's the only hope that we've got as Chelsea fans. Ultimately, if they're willing to wait for 2, 3, 4 fucking weeks for you to do it, then yeah, cool. Then we'll just step away and you can get your player. But it just needs to be cleared up. Someone needs to step up and just say something. Someone needs to just step up and say something, man. Just quickly looking at the comments. Someone just sent me a comment, so I'll quit that. Oh, we got... Oh, okay, interesting. Not really interesting, because again, it's just a load of splag. Gerard Romero has come out with this comment 17 minutes ago. Jules Kounde informed Xavi that he was going to join Barcelona. He was going. The big key is there is he was. He was. What does it mean by he was? Like, is he worded that wrong? Because he was means like, you know, I was going to come to you guys, but what? What's the difference? So is Gerard Romero now hearing something different? Is Gerard Romero not as confident with this now? So it's becoming stressful. I'm getting fed up. It's confusing me. It's probably confusing you guys, and it's ultimately becoming very tiring to talk about. Once Barca, that's why Sevilla did. Yeah, well, apparently, but now from what Romero's saying, apparently that he was going to join Barcelona. He was tells me was. Check that fool's Twitter post, mate. Let's have a look. Let's have a look quickly. I don't even like bringing this guy up because he's a waffler, man. He's a waffler. Thing is, I can't read. Can't read Spanish. There's nothing here that says anything about Kounde. He's not said anything. Maybe he said it live. Maybe some people are watching him live or something. I don't know. But, you know, we will see what happens. But ultimately, I want to go into something else because the next sort of topic that I wanted to discuss with you guys was the comments in and around Ben Jacobs on other options. So what is the alternative options to Jules Kounde if we aren't going to get him? Well, Milan Skriniar is a player that Chelsea have expressed interest in before. They originally explored him as a part of the possible swap deal for Lukaku. Inter Milan have made it clear that they want straight 65 to 70 million euro cash for Skriniar. PSG have personal terms agree with Skriniar, who is still keen on a move to Paris, but they believe asking price is too high. Inter would love Skriniar to sign contract extension, but are open to sale in the right price. especially now Bastoni will stay. Spurs have looked at both Bastoni and Skriniar, both Bastoni, blah, 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 blah. So apparently Chelsea have expressed interest in Skriniar, which means nothing to me, really. Is that an alternative option for us? Maybe. Ultimately, are we still looking at Gavordia? You know, is Kimpembe an option? There's a number of other options out there. It's just getting it done. And how long is it going to take us to get it done? You know, so again, options. Skriniar, Kimpembe and Gavordia are the alternatives to Jules Kounde if we do not get it done, which is still a big if. I know you guys feel that Barcelona have got him, and I'll keep saying it. It's a big if. It's not confirmation. It's not confirmed. It's not set in stone. I've not seen that bid come from Barca. Until I see that bid and they've confirmed it and it's legit and they get a tier 1 confirming it, the race is still open. But Chelsea need to take control of this scenario, ultimately. Chelsea need to take control of this scenario and stop wasting time. Stop wasting any more time with Barcelona. These guys are hijacking left, right and centre. They must be watching what Chelsea do and just copying us. Fofana's a good shout as well, Alex. Fofana is a good shout. There's another one. Harry Maguire. Someone just said Harry Maguire. What? Man is still trying to hold out hope that you're dissecting a Spanish reporter English on was going. Well, what does that even mean, mate? Just reading what the tweet said. But the way he worded it, Gerard Romero is a tier 1. Do you know what I mean? Gerard Romero was the one that said, Gerard Romero is the one that gave these guys hope. He's the one that gave all these Barcelona fans hope. The only reason that they're jumping around and whatever is because they believe Gerard Romero. That's it. You're questioning us because we're questioning Chelsea and Sevilla sources. You should be questioning Gerard Romero. This guy said 99.9% done. Deal. Things are happening. Things are happening. Things are happening. That's what he fucking says. I've never heard someone say things are happening so much and nothing happened. That is literally it. He's a waffler, mate. I'm telling you, I do not like... He's a tier 1 pal. Oh, for you guys, because it's Barcelona guys in the chat. Nice to see you, man. Nice to see you Barcelona fans in the chat. I do like a bit of Barcelona fans. It's funny. It's funny. Look at them all coming out. He's a big fraud, mate. That's what he is, Alexandro. He's a fraud. He is a fraud. Anyway, let's move away from Jules Kounde and that. I want to talk about Thomas Tuchel's comments because at the moment, he's looking quite pissed. I am far from relaxed. I cannot guarantee we will be ready in 2 weeks. We lost 4-0 to Arsenal on the weekend. I watched the first 2 goals. Individual error FC again, making silly mistakes. He decided to play a back 4. The supposed great back 4 that so many people on Twitter, should I say so many, some Chelsea fans on Twitter want to happen. And I keep stressing it. And this is why I keep saying it in spaces. I keep saying it on here. It doesn't matter, ultimately, if we play a 3 or a goddamn 4. 3 or a goddamn 4. We ultimately still have the same goddamn issues, guys. Because of 1 or 2 big things. And the big thing for me is that whatever system you play with this current crop of players that we have in this team, there is always a couple of players in it that are going to hinder it. Why? Because they're not versatile enough. Because they can't adapt to what he wants. And that's why he's frustrated. He is frustrated because he hasn't had the greatest of window. We haven't got our targets. Rafinha. Kounde is looking like. We've got Koulibaly and Sterling. Great players. Cool. But not enough. We took 2 steps backwards when Rudiger left. Anyway, we had to sort of get rid of Lukaku and replace him. But ultimately, we still need another forward. Like, I don't get this whole thing of 3-4, 3-4. Like, it's got nothing to do with Tuchel and the 3 and the 4. It's got to do with the players that are playing in that system. They just do not suit it. They can't adapt to it. And that's why you get individual errors. Because they're not comfortable. They're not comfortable in playing it. We had Chalobah playing in the back 4. In the centre-back. I always say he's better in a 3. He's like, you know, maybe he gets better in a 4 later on. He's still very young, but at the moment, I prefer him in a 3. Mendy, we know he don't like playing out from the back as much. He can do it, but he's not great at it. And what? There you go. That's what happens. He plays a pivot of Jorginho and Gallagher. You know, he's trying to get Gallagher to play a 6. Gallagher's not that, I don't think. I don't know if Gallagher can play that. You know, we're playing fucking... We're leaving Chilwell on the bench. We're playing Emerson and Alonso. You know, and on top of that, people want to come at Kai Havertz and Mount and whatever. Yeah, granted, they had stinky games. But the ultimate fact still stands in what I say. Until we improve the chemistry of this squad, these players are going to struggle. You start asking some of these players to be Eden Hazard and just get the ball and do something and be amazing and step up and be the one player. It doesn't work in the Tuchel system. In the Tuchel system, you've got to have from 1 to 11 understanding their roles, making runs, movement, you know, comfortable in their positions. We don't have that. And that's what I said last season that we need to sort out now. And that's why I keep saying rebuild is a big word. Squad depth. We don't have squad depth. The quality from here to here is huge. We see it last season. Our first 11 might be here, but everyone else is here. And the players that play in that 11, some of them still ain't adaptable to it. Still struggle slightly. You know, we're ultimately asking Kai Havertz to be our top goal scorer and be a number 9. He's not a number 9. Raheem Sterling, fucking dribbling on his own in the corner, no one around him. You're going to be effective like that. Like, I'm telling you, we have got problems. We generally have got problems. And this will be the same situation. We will go and win games next season. We will, because he will. He will get them to play to a level. But ultimately, we will still not be consistent throughout that season. We still won't be able to jump the level that we need to, which allows us to compete against City and Liverpool. We will still be there. Maybe even just dropped a bit. We've all had our worries and angers after the Arsenal game. We may disagree about the manager's comments, but do not give up on believing. I don't give up on Tuchel. And this whole thing, big up to the donation, Arjan. Thank you very much. This whole thing of giving up on Thomas Tuchel is crazy. So many Chelsea fans that are talking about... some of you Chelsea fans that are talking about Tuchel being sacked. What are you on about? What are you on about? Why are we sacking him? What? For who? For where? Who do you want? Who do you want? You know, you're talking about, you know, we've got this thing in our heads. It's like we're unfortunate. It was built in our heads under Roman. We're so used to getting rid of managers when things don't work or having a new toy to play with. We're like babies. You get something new, we love it. And then some of us are like, nah, I won't say no. Give me someone else. That is what we're like. We're overreactionary. Thomas Tuchel, if you like it or not, is going to be given the season. So ultimately, you either back him and you back the team, or you just be negative the old season and moan, even if we win, because you don't get to aesthetically be pleased to see the positions and, you know, the build up and the formation and the style of football that you want to see. But ultimately, the reason you can't see that style of football that you want to see is because we still haven't got the crop of players that we need to play the system he wants to play or alternate systems. We have a manager that doesn't stick to one system. He won't just play a 4. He will switch the 4 into a 3 in games, 3 and 4. That's what he does. He needs players that can adapt to different systems in between games. That's what I'm saying to people. And normally I don't blame him. I don't blame him for being frustrated. I'll be frustrated. You know, after what he just saw. Fab tweet. What's Fab tweet saying? Let's have a look. Oh, Jules Kounde. Oh, here we go. Jules Kounde. Jules Kounde news from Fabrizio Romano, guys. Here we go. Barcelona are now getting closer to Jules Kounde. Positive contacts also in the morning. Personal terms, I fully agree with Kounde, working on final bid. Chelsea are tired of waiting for the green light, ready to explore other options if he doesn't arrive soon. So basically, today again, like they've been saying for the last 3 days, apparently he's happy to go Barcelona. Cool. But Barcelona still haven't put anything forward. That is the same story that we've heard. That's the same story that we've heard since Saturday. So it's looking like he wants Barcelona. Fine. If he wants Barcelona and he wants to wait, fine. But we ain't got time to waste. We need to move. We need to move. You know, and as much as I like the player and want the player, there's just no point of us waiting for it. I know you ain't got no money. I don't even know where you're getting your money from. I know where you're getting your money from. No, he ain't really, is he? Because he didn't. He. Let's be serious. He said that it was. He said the bid was coming on Saturday. It's now Monday. He still ain't put a bid in, mate. It's still 4 days later. Where's your bid? You know, you probably will put your bid in, and you probably will get him at this rate. But ultimately, until you put your bid in, Sevilla need to accept it. I've seen it, guys. I've seen it. What we saying, people?
Hey, what's up?
Not bad. How are you?
I'm cool, and you?
Not bad. How you feeling about this saga, mate?
Really disappointed. I don't know what's wrong with Chelsea this season, but I got this feeling that Arsenal is a lot stronger than our team, and you have to watch out for that Arsenal team because they play with this burning desire. In fact, I'm regretting us not signing this striker, this Man City striker, which was a good deal for us. And now we are just and players are just rejecting Chelsea. It's not good for us. I don't know how many weeks before the window closes. About
We've
4 weeks.
got a couple of weeks, 2 weeks or so, roughly.
We don't look prepared at all. We don't look prepared at all.
We don't, but we ultimately need to start moving quickly, and that's the thing. We need to be moving. You know, we need to just move on. Look, if this is the truth, and he wants Barca, and Barca are going to put a bid in, or they're going to wait for Barca, doesn't matter how long they wait, they're going to wait for him. Then cool, wait for him. That's it. But we need to get on with things. We've got 13 days. I want this player. I wanted him. He's a player. He's a good player. We will go Barca, he'll be good. He'll go Chelsea, he'll be good. But whoever ultimately, what I don't want is what we're doing now. I don't want this. I'd rather just not. I'd rather us just move forward. There's other options out there. Let's just get on with it. And just strengthen the team. Move on. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is.
Arsenal this season, we have to watch out for that team. Like seriously, I'm really scared of Arsenal. Really scared of it, especially after they trashed us 4-0. Man, that's not good at all. Whether it's a preseason or not, that's not good at all.
Yeah.
We should get another defender and move on really fast. Like, let's not make these players feel like they're bigger than Chelsea. If you don't want to play for us, we've had legends that have played for this club. Like, move on and get your plan B or your next target. It's their loss, not ours. No matter how good you are, if you don't want to come to the club, it's fine. Chelsea, move on and close out your business. It's becoming embarrassing right now.
Sure. Hassan, what you saying, mate?
Yeah, I'm doing fine, Jam. But let's be honest, man. We just want this saga to
I'm bored
what's
now.
it called? Yeah, we're just bored now. I think this is what Barca want. They want us to pull out. They're just gonna delay it to the point where it's just between them and Sevilla. They don't want a bidding war. So what's the best strategy? Make us tired out of the game. They've got all the time in the world. They're in no rush. They've got plenty of centre backs, and they've probably got other options that they could easily sell off. God knows, I don't know why they're selling grass. I think I find that kind of weird. But it is what it is. They gotta make their money somehow using the Camp too. I'm just sick and tired, man. I just want another defender in. I apologize for the background noise, but yeah, I just want another defender in. It's just annoying. I think our next target is what Fabrizio said before is Gvardiol. I think if Kimpembe and Kounde are not our targets, I mean, Gvardiol, he's going to be expensive. If he is our next target, he's going to be around 60, 65. Same age as Colwell, but what choice do we have? The defensive market is not as bad as the attackers, but I don't know. Like, I just don't know what to say. Like, after Kounde, I can't think of any centre backs within that price category that
Well,
is as good as him.
Kimpembe's another one, isn't he? To be fair, But as I said, Ali Jason says with a donation, he says, I think the overreaction from the fans has been ridiculous. He feels that the reaction against Tuchel. Big up for the donation, bro. Thank you very much. Got another donation here from Pepita. He says, I got a question now. How are Barcelona going to pay the players they have in 2-3 years later? Well, they're going to have an influx of money coming soon from the third lever. I know that they've made money from the second as well, but ultimately they are still in debt and they still owe money. So, they'll find a way, obviously, to continue going. They will, however they do it. And I don't really want to talk about however the way they're making their money and doing things, but it's crazy. They got Rafinha. They got, looks like Kounde is another one that they're looking to get. I mean, I'll still wait for that bid. But I keep saying it. That bid better be better than Chelsea's. If Sevilla accept a lower bid, it's disgusting.
At this pace, I don't know if Barcelona is richer than Man City at this pace. I don't know. They look richer than Man City.
Yeah, I know, mate. I know. It's going to be it's interesting. It really is. A small club from London trying to snatch a player from Barca. No, mate. I don't know why you're getting so. Mate. Anyway, what are you saying, Matt Sevilla and
Man, I mean, Jem, I know me and you, man, we've been wanting Kounde since 2021, man, and I want this guy in the club as soon as possible. I think, the overreaction from Barcelona fans assuming that they're going to get him, I've always said that I still do think he comes to Chelsea. He is not keen on a preferred club. He wants either or Barcelona or Chelsea, but his main priority is to get out of Sevilla. A lot of fans do not understand. He just wants out of Sevilla. So he does want Barcelona and he does want Chelsea. But whoever comes for the highest bidder, he's going to get. He's not going to go to a club that he prefers. Sevilla is going to prefer the more money. The football director has said that the 20% goes to his old club, Boro. Why would they go for less money just so they can fulfill Kounde's needs?
That's what I'm saying.
It doesn't make sense.
The overall thing, this is what I said earlier on. What you said there, I was just saying earlier on. Like, I can't wrap my head around them Sevilla accepting a lower bid, knowing that Bordeaux have got to agree to that. Because if you're Bordeaux, you're going to sit there and go, well, no, why don't you agree that the higher thing?
When it comes to Barcelona, they're going to have two things: finance, power, and bullying. That's literally what they're probably going to bully their way.
It's just pulling power. But why would Sevilla sell to a rival for less money as well? These are rivals as well.
Logic
It just doesn't
don't
make sense
with Barcelona. When it comes to Serie A clubs, man, Barcelona, Real Madrid have let the financial.
What the problem is? Ultimately, we're stuffed here because we ain't going to give them Aspilicueta now, and we ain't going to give them fucking Alonso, which means we're going to be stuck with them. So again, we lose. We lose again.
But Jim, would you say it's more on Chelsea's side that it's Chelsea's fault, or do you think it's more Sevilla's fault? Which side do you think it's more on fault?
Listen, I think Chelsea should.
Both.
If I'm Chelsea now, I think Chelsea should be pulling the plug, or they should be putting the pressure on to force Barca to put a bid. I don't think Barca. I keep saying it. I think they're trying to bluff as long as they can to get as close as they can to maybe a second or third lever, or to sort out their finances. And I still think that's the case now. We were told Saturday they were going to put a bid in. It's now Monday. They still haven't done it. Fabrizio Romano's bringing this out, saying that the personal terms are agreed, and they're preparing a bid. But they said this Saturday.
According to Gerard Moreno, they were working all night trying to put a bid in on that day they were supposed to put it on, and we're still waiting. So it's all BS media.
Sevilla are another one that are annoying because, like,
they're waiting for Barcelona to put a lower offer. I don't know why they're waiting.
They're waiting for a lower bid here. I don't get it. I'm confused.
Yeah, but no. Jem.
Surely, though, right, from a Sevilla perspective, they've already lost Diego Carlos to Villa, and the longer they wait to lose Kounde, the less time they've got to bring in any replacement centre-backs that they need to bring in as well. So it makes no sense for them to be waiting around for Barca for Kounde. Like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
No.
Doesn't make sense from a business perspective, because you're inviting a bid that's worth less money. You're selling to a direct rival in your league, and you're giving yourself less time whilst waiting for Barca to replace the centre-backs that you need to replace as well. So it just the whole package makes no sense at all from their perspective.
Guys, and I know it doesn't seem. I know there's no sense to it, but I believe the initial plan is for Sevilla to pretty much have Barcelona make a bid so they can just pretty much try to play a bidding war. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because Sevilla are still, they're pissed in themselves because Mochi is a piece of shit, and when he wants every dollar, he wants every fucking dollar. So in short, they want another 6 million. Chelsea originally didn't even want to give the 55. We were going for 50, and that wasn't enough. That initial bid was rejected. So I can tell they just want Barcelona to. Barcelona can come in with fucking peas and a piece of flint, and it doesn't fucking matter because then it creates a bidding war. Even if the bidding war is shit, they can just essentially say, "Hey, Barcelona might make a better offer, so we're going to continue to wait to see if they make a better offer." Bowley has to go into this place. Go ahead.
But how does Barcelona make a better offer in the bidding war for Kounde?
They will never make a.
They can't.
When they owe
Frankie
on 17 million in wages or 121 in total, you
can't
create
to create a lower bid.
You can't create a bidding war if you don't overbid the previous bidder. So
that's my point. That's what I'm saying the whole time.
Literally think about this. If you have a chocolate bar you want to sell me, and I say I'll give you £2, and then you reply and say I'll give you £1, that's not a bidding war.
So what's the weight, Daniel?
David, what's the weight then? This is the bad offer.
What's the weight then, Daniel?
I personally think that Kounde just wants to go to Barcelona. That's why.
It's so obvious. If he was,
but we.
I think it's that simple.
But it's not.
We know that.
If he wants to go Barcelona, does that mean he's forcing Sevilla to accept a lower figure then?
I think he's probably.
No. Listen, that's what's crazy. There's no way.
Is that they have enough goodwill? He has enough goodwill in the bank with Sevilla to be like, I want to go here. And Sevilla are just being like, okay, we've accepted this offer. We know you're happy to go here, but we'll wait because you want to go here. And if nothing materializes, then you can just go there. That's what I think is going to happen.
All right. Well, we've got a super chat here from Dennis. It says, I was at the game in Orlando and witnessed a disinterested team. We need to make moves or we are in trouble. And I air your thoughts, bro. Honestly, big up for the donation as well. Thank you very much. Chelsea database.
Going to that game though. That game was peak. Imagine going there just to see a team get pumped.
I literally had the ticket and I was like, oh, let me go watch it live. And then I ended up having work. I check in the middle of work, 2-0 down. I was like, hey.
Lucky, you know.
Just for the
it was $600.
2 seconds, Callie. Chelsea database. What are you saying?
This Kounde saga is just like it's so jarring, man. Because now I'm getting like Barca fans all over my tweets and my DMs saying, "Ha ha ha! Thank you for wasting your time." And I'm just like, what the hell? So I'm hoping that I get the last laugh out of all this, but we'll see. Innit?
I'm telling you boys need to come off Twitter, man. I have a completely different perspective of football to you, man. Because I just don't have Twitter, so I don't know what's going on. I don't know what is going on.
Listen.
Everyone, like every time I check in on streams, everyone's like so worried, like, oh my god, Arsenal.
You really don't have Twitter?
And this, that. No, I don't. Jen will tell you, I actually don't have Twitter. Like I just.
All right.
It's good that he done. If you saw the shit.
He's smart. Like, he's smart.
Genuinely, the amount of nonsense that I hear, like, oh, Arsenal are better than us, and Spurs are this, and we make no signings, and everyone's rejecting us and blood. And I'm just there like, you guys need to just relax. Like I watched the Arsenal game, and obviously Arsenal were the better team. But I looked at it and just went, you can literally look at the body language of the two teams and tell Arsenal are really going for this right now, and Chelsea right now is not. Arsenal are playing their full strength lineup, the exact way they're going to play in their first game. Of course, they're going to be really well drilled in what they're doing. We went out in a back four with Jorginho at the base and Mount and what was it? Gallagher.
No, we had Gallagher as a 6 when he's in
Gallagher at the fucking 6.
Whatever it is. Basically, we're not gonna do that. We're probably not gonna do that. And Emerson was at left back. All right. Okay. Everyone needs to.
Have you guys noticed that?
And just have you forgotten so soon that Arsenal defeated us last at Stamford Bridge last season? Like we underestimated Arsenal. Like. We can't be losing.
That's one game.
It's like an El Clasico. You don't just lose, like whether it's a training or you don't lose those kind of.
But
games.
Again, it's
oh my god! Oh, wait. Let me respond to that. You do lose those type of games. That's exactly the type of preseason game you're gonna lose if you go in with a disjointed team, a formation everybody's beating their meat over. Fucking what else is it? 4 or 5 players that shouldn't be in the team come the start against Everton. So
But it's experimental,
that's how you
though.
get.
That's the
That's
point of preseason. It's
and
experimental.
and that's
We
what I'm
roll
trying to
play it
say.
now
That's
than game week 3.
That's exactly how we got beat 4-0. What do you mean?
But it doesn't matter. Exactly. Who cares? Like, I don't care.
No,
what
it's
score
not
now. I just
about
care
it's
the
not
performance
about
we did.
losing. It's about the way we lost, and it's the fact.
No.
Exactly.
I hear. Listen, I hear that the
but it's
performance.
I get it. Right, the pre-season is not about the results. It's about getting the minutes in the legs, getting ready for the season. It's about improving and making tactical tweaks. The big problem for me is that in this tour of the States, every game we've played, we've got worse in each game. Okay against Club America, got worse against Charlotte, and then an absolute disaster against Arsenal. And the results, okay, you say the results don't matter in pre-season. They don't really, but the fact of the matter is that the problems that we had last season in this pre-season have showed no signs of getting any better whatsoever. There's no chemistry in the attack still. We look disjointed in midfield, and we're leaking goals at the back in pre-season. We played 3 games. We scored what? 3 goals. And we kept no clean sheets. And we haven't looked good in any of these games.
I know, again, and I fully agree with like the performances haven't been great, right? But of course, we're going to have like shaky in defense, shaky in attack, because ultimately in preseason you're rotating your defense and attack pretty much at half 60 minutes in anyway. And everyone knows that when it comes to defensive lines and attackers as well, they gain an understanding by playing more and more minutes with the same people. So of course you're going to end up with situations where we can see the last minute penalty to Charlotte, or Arsenal break through. 2 of Arsenal's goals are literally a really bad pass out of the back, which ordinarily probably like 9 out of 10 happen, and potentially being.
David, your connection is bad.
David,
your mic's bad.
come back in.
1
hit
second,
that reconnect.
Yeah. You sort out your.
I was gonna. Sorry, you go, man.
I was gonna actually counter David's point, but he's not even here. No, I was gonna.
No, hold it for when he comes back.
I'll hold it for David when he comes back. Yeah, you go.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. I just feel like this whole preseason was just like all about marketing. Like you see all these players, they're riding roller coasters. They're going on like LA tours, going to the Dodger Stadium. Like
playing table
this
tennis.
Doesn't feel like they're all like like. And I think I saw like Daily tweet out like they spend like more hours like flying around the States, like because they have to go because they flew to Orlando and then they have to go to Charlotte to play that game and then they fly back to Orlando, which doesn't make any sense. So
wait, hold on, let's let David do a couple tests, say some words.
Can you hear me better now?
Yeah. Go ahead and land, my man.
Someone got music on.
Definitely not me.
Leon?
No,
Leon, what are you listening to, mate?
No, nothing. I just went downstairs to check on the kids and they're watching TV, so I'm just going to go outside now.
Good for you being a good dad, man. Respect.
Thank you.
Listen, I want to ask you guys. I want to ask you guys. Getting away from Kounde every second because my head's just blowing out with that. I can't wait.
Fucking gone, ain't it?
Let's go back to Chelsea from what we've seen in Thomas Tuchel. Now, at the moment, the fan base is, I say, not divided, but there's a small minority of the fan base that feel that Thomas Tuchel deserves to not be here. They don't trust him going.
Oh man, let me go first.
Who wants to start first? How do you feel about the comments against the manager? Is it the manager that's not getting the best out of the players, which is the issue, or is it just the players not being good enough in these systems? That's what I need to understand.
I usually don't jump for being first, but I got let me hold this one. Look, there's a mix, but the mix is being abused a lot. There's a lot of fans in this club that think we can keep going on in the Abramovich era of sacking anybody, player or manager, if they don't perform. And the reality is, boys and girls and non-identifying people, that shit's not flying no more. We're going to have to back a good enough manager who, if he has a down season, if Tuchel, we need to decide what is enough. For example, if Tuchel comes in 5th, does he get sacked? I'm asking everybody openly right now. You can say yes or no.
I wouldn't.
Does he get sacked?
I wouldn't.
Okay.
Depends on the context.
I think he would.
And this is what I'm saying. Most of our fans, realistically, when I just said that, are probably typing in the chat, sack him. Because that is the mentality we've been under essentially my entire life. I don't know anything different. We just sack our manager if he doesn't do well. We sack Carlo for second in an FA Cup in fucking Goodison. Like, come on, we don't give a shit. So my point being here is like, we have to change the way we think. Now onto the mix. It is partially TT's fault, and it's mostly our club being in disarray. How the fuck do you expect Tuchel to play a back four when two of our mainstay center backs have left? Our midfield is disjointed. In a year, our main midfielders will need to be shuffled. Our attack, who we've tried to reshuffle 3 fucking times in the last 3 fucking years, are mostly shit. Raheem Sterling is the best attacker we have right now. Anybody arguing that? So what do you expect Tuchel to do? He has to play a back fucking 5 or a back 3 to prevent us from getting fucking slapped.
Exactly.
So what
This
do
is
you
but,
want
but
from
this
him?
is this is what Tuchel should do. I'm all for if we finish 10th next season, I'll still keep Tuchel. Tuchel is the best coach in the world, but when it comes to the managerial side, this guy is not aggressive. This guy doesn't demand players from the owner. This guy doesn't want players. He somehow doesn't see our attack and then want more players. He doesn't want a Ronaldo, but then looks at our attack and says that's enough. This guy does not know what he wants, and unfortunately, you come with the managerial side. This guy is not the best at it. He's the best coach in the world. He can coach players, but he
Is it
can't
because
get
there's a lack
players.
of availability in what he wants? Like he wants a link-up striker like Lewandowski, Benzema, stuff like
Why
that.
didn't he?
Haaland's gone
Why didn't
now.
he go for
Haaland's
him?
gone, so the chances of us getting
Wait.
that level of strike.
I didn't want
The
that.
one,
No, no,
Why didn't he go
one
for him?
that's still available is Ronaldo. It's a short-term fix,
No,
but we need goals
Well,
in games.
but
But
guys,
he
you're not
was
listening.
anyway. But
He just asked a
Ronaldo was
clean
just an
question.
example.
You
As
said,
much
why
as I
didn't he go
like
for
Ronaldo,
Lewandowski?
I don't want him.
No. I'm gonna answer him. You said, why didn't he go for Lewandowski? Because on record, Tuchel actually wanted Lewandowski over any other striker. Because Lewandowski didn't want fucking Chelsea. Why would he go for a player who doesn't want us? Look at what's happening with Kounde.
It's already
Look
got
what's happening
Kounde
with
and Rafinha and they don't
No,
want us.
but Jem, that's my point. Why are we gonna keep like Lewandowski came out on record as a Bayern player saying I'm only going to Barca. So why the fuck are we gonna put a bid in knowing damn well we have no chance? Rafinha, we had a chance. Rafinha never came out on record until we put a bid in talking about Barcelona is my dream. Kounde even less. Kounde has open talks with us and accepted our salary.
What are you saying? Let's see what my best is saying. What are you saying, my best? What are you saying?
How you doing, bro? You good?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Mate, what's your thoughts on Thomas Tuchel?
I'm not too sure out. I still want to keep him, give him the players he wants.
You went. All right, fair enough. You want to give him the players he wants. All right. I mean, who? If we don't get Kounde, who do you want? Who do you want?
There's a few. I'd say Max Kilman. Do you know Max Kilman from Wolves?
Yeah.
I'll take him.
Kilman. Does anyone want Kilman?
I want Kilman.
Keep him away.
David almost died inside.
I think Wolves are not going to let him go for like less than 50 million.
David said my club is dead.
What did you say? I mean, David. Wait a sec, David. What is wrong with Kilman?
Max Kilman, come on, guys. You're better than this. Max Kilman centre back. Like, I'm not dissing him as a player. I'm just saying, like, if we want to be at the level that I hope we all want to be, which is challenging for Leeds, Max Kilman, he's not that guy. He's not going to be that guy.
So who's yours, David? Who's your backup?
My top Guardiola. Whether it's Kounde or no Kounde, my top pick is Guardiola.
Yep.
That's me personally.
Guardiola. Okay, all right. Fair enough.
Listen.
Go on.
I'm listening.
As much as I like Skriniar, he won't split the back four. As much as I like the player.
Who won't play a back four? Max?
Say it again.
No. As much as I like Skriniar, he won't split the back four.
We're not playing the back four.
Guys, let go of the back four. What is with the Chelsea hard on for a back four?
1 second,
I don't get that.
I mean, like,
well, we're not playing a back four, and at the end of the it's so obvious. That's why, like, going back to this Arsenal game, like it was the toughest game of the pre-season, right? you want to go with pretty much what you think is going to be, give or take a couple players, your best team. We're not going to set up with a back four against Everton. So why on earth did he suddenly play a back four from the start against Arsenal when we're not going to use that system? Like, hardly at all.
As I said, it's experimental.
But why are we being experimental when we've got one more pre-season game left and we're not going to do the back four? This is not
because he'll rather do that now than in game week 2. Like, I'd rather him do that now.
But the time for experimenting was against like the likes of Club America or Charlotte. We could have messed about against those MLS teams.
This is what I was going to.
I think with Koulibaly, you want to test it with him. I think that was the main thing, to test it with Koulibaly.
Yeah, but Koulibaly didn't
play. He wouldn't have the match fitness.
Koulibaly came in the second half in the back and played in the back three. Played back three second half, so Koulibaly wasn't even used in the four, so it didn't even make any sense from that perspective either.
Wait, sir, what's your name?
I think it's just an experimental, but I don't think we played during the season. I wouldn't want to play during the season. I want to stick to a 3. Tuchel wants to stick to a 3. Let's stick to a 3. As I said, it's just an experimental. I don't mind it. But next game, if we go to a 4, I'm going to be asking questions then.
We need a DM, man. We need a holding midfielder. We need a lone 6.
We're not getting that.
Guys.
I know we're not getting
it. Chelsea fans, I need you guys to come back down to reality. I genuinely need you to take the goggles off and look at what's about to happen so it hurts less when it does. We are not getting anywhere above third if we are lucky. So just accept it now. Take a deep breath. Hopefully we compete in the cups and we leave it at that because our team is not ready for a push on the Prem. If you are in your mind right now thinking that there's a chance we're going to make a push for the Prem, take it outside to the back of the barn, kill it. Kill it right now.
If we get Kounde, we can finish third if we get Kounde. We can
finish third. That's what I'm saying.
No, it's the same we're talking.
Yes,
it's the same. It's the same group core of players. If you look at the statistics in the Premier League, if you look at the statistics,
really
January.
I mean, can I get everyone's
injuries, man, and we'll finish third. That's what I'm saying.
Can I
think
get everyone's thoughts on something?
Yeah, go on, Chester.
So after the conference, after the game, Tuchel says that Koulibaly could only do 20 minutes because he hasn't done full training with the first team.
That's fair.
But at the same time, I was sort of thinking he was amazing when he came on, but I'm thinking this is a 31-year-old with immense experience. Mendy's behind him. He's won the AFCON. He's in a position where he's used to it at back three.
Mm-hmm.
Why wouldn't Tuchel see? I mean, if you saw Arsenal,
2 words.
Arsenal
Match fitness.
just signed. Yep. Well, Arsenal just signed Zinchenko, and he was out straight away, right?
You talking about Zinchenko?
No, Zinchenko just signed for Arsenal.
And he didn't Koulibaly come in last week? Yeah. Didn't he come back from holiday last week? So he literally had 1 week of training.
All right. Yeah, what he just said. And the other thing is Zinchenko had first team training with Arteta. He actually trained in their formation that they're going to deploy when the season starts. So that is the 2 different things. I mean, realistically, if I'm TT and Koulibaly just comes in, I don't need to test Koulibaly respectfully. I'm going to put my bank and my faith in Koulibaly over the rest of the center backs I bring in because Koulibaly, I rate that highly. Like, this is no, Romelu Lukaku's coming in, I rate Lukaku. No, like, I really rate Koulibaly. Like, even if he flops, I don't give a shit what anyone says to me. Koulibaly's world-class in my eyes.
The thing is, like, he is the perfect Thiago Silva replacement. Like, you've seen his position,
oh my God,
his strength, his pace.
100%. Wait, let me ask Jem. Let me ask Jem. Is it starting? Do we have to have a conversation about Edouard Mendy? Is a conversation needing to be held?
Oh, look at the devil! The devil popped up, man.
Andrew.
I never said that. I never mentioned that.
Super chat.
Ask Jem.
One second, Kelly. 1 second. You're asking me you asked me this based upon the pre-season against Arsenal and that mistake that he made because you are. That's number one.
No. I'm just saying, is there a conversation need to be held? Maybe they get another second. No, I said someone exactly get a second backup keeper. Is there?
I don't think this conversation can be had one bit until we play this season ahead. Like, it's not even had this conversation.
Kepa's leaving, so there's no need to talk about it.
No, he's staying. Yeah, exactly. We've signed that MLS goalkeeper.
Matt is just a Kevin fanboy.
One second, Hassan. 1 second. Nandan with the donation says Mount and Sterling only 2 goals scored unless Havertz as Werner really step up. We need to be a little unpredictable on the final third. I agree. I think we need more at the front. That is 100%. Thank you for the donation, man. Winter Surfer's turn up. Winter Surfer, man. What's going on, man? What do you feel about the Tuchel? I'll ask you 2 questions. What do you feel about the meltdown on Twitter and some Tuchel outers about us losing to Arsenal? And how do you feel about the Jules Kounde saga as well?
The guys who complain on Twitter, just little dick energy. That's all they've got.
Facts.
You know what? If you're moaning about pre-season now, then don't bother saying anything about the season upcoming because you're not built for it. You're not built for it. It's not built for it, right? I'm so sick of these guys. That Tuchel out thing. Those guys have been waiting to hit that since Lampard left. I have no doubt about it. No doubt they haven't stayed in their job and they released.
They're pretty doubtful because we won the Champions League after Lampard left. So.
I fully agree with
Hang on. Fully agree.
Those guys would say Lampard helped us win that Champions League. That's what they would say. Kounde saga. Listen, Kounde is our own fault, man. We had an open goal at the start of the summer. Kounde is our own fault.
Who's smashing the mic?
I don't know, man. Whoever's in love with their mic.
Really quick, whoever has a corded mic, mute yourself.
How do you feel about Barcelona?
Barcelona.
I don't know how they do it, man. It's like they go, like maybe they got a magic wand and just wave it in front of the club's eyes or something.
Listen,
you mean a brown envelope under the table? Fuck you mean?
Amazing. I'd love to how they do this.
Guys, I got some bad news.
Andrew and Carly's been buying their grass. That's what they've been doing, bro. Andrew's got 3 of them.
What's the bad news?
I don't know if you've seen Chelsea transfer on Twitter, but he's got a video where Kounde's jersey was available on the Barcelona store.
That must be faked. That can easily be faked.
And even if it was,
where is this? 1 second, I need to find this now.
Yeah, I'll send it on the DM. 1 sec.
Do you want to know how I know that was faked? It's because we did that with Riyad Mahrez on deadline day when City hijacked it. That's how I know. We did that once on deadline day.
That is fucking hell. It was beautiful. Because remember, if you make any sales for a player in a shirt, it's not. You have to refund every one of those sales.
Oh yeah, don't forget they've sold 50% of their licensing anyway, so they don't get half of the shirt sales.
There it is anyway. So this is it. Just to show you guys. Let's put this bigger in there. Let's have a look. So basically, that don't even look like Barcelona's though. Actually, is their official store.
That's 100% fake. You can easily just inspect it. It's not. That is 100%.
Yeah, you can expect the page.
I think the text is wrong. The text looks a bit smaller.
Yeah, something's not right. He's copy and pasted Kounde's name at the bottom.
Rubbish. Yeah, no, it's wider than the other text.
Fucking fools, you Barcelona a lot, man. You ain't got the money to do this stuff, bro. What are you doing?
Guys, there are 3 things we need to accept. Numero uno, we need Barcelona in the Champions League in a knockout round, not no fucking group. Knockout round. I need Barcelona. 2,
it's impossible to get them in the group.
There is one thing about Barcelona I do not understand, and this is why I'm putting it out there. Barcelona is not a top 3 club. I don't give a fuck who you are. If you rep Barcelona, they're not. I'll name the top 3. Easily Real Madrid, best club in the world. Easily Bayern. Nope. Easily AC Milan. You crazy?
No, Barcelona.
Are you crazy?
Barcelona's bigger than AC Milan.
Yeah.
That's crazy. No. You guys are talking about pull. You guys are talking about pull. I'm not talking about pull.
No, I'm talking about everything.
Trophies, stadium
No,
size.
I think AC Milan has got the historicness, but that's it. I think AC Milan's historic. That's it.
AC Milan.
That's what I'm saying. AC Milan 7 Champions League. Just
AC
much.
Milan.
Brand-wise, Barca's got the brand.
AC Milan still share a stadium. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Wait. I I actually didn't know that. You wait for
They
real?
shared it with Inter.
Yeah, come on, man.
What the
Guys,
I'm gonna ask you one more question.
I take it back. I take it back.
Kelly, 1 second, mate. 1 second. I'm going to ask you guys one more question. We've got to finish off anyway because it's been an hour and 45 minutes. The question is to you guys is where I hate asking, I don't know why. Where do you see Chelsea finishing this season based on where we're at right now? And I want your honest truth, and I want an explanation to it as well. And we'll start with Charlie. Go on, Charlie.
Mate, I'll probably say third right now. I don't think on current predictions, I can't see us getting any. I can't see us overhauling City or Liverpool. I think that's virtually impossible. But at the same time, I think we will put ourselves together in a Chelsea way. We will get a few more players in, and we will have enough to see off the likes of Arsenal and Spurs. So I think third place. But if we don't get any more attackers in, you would worry a little bit that maybe we could come fourth. Because let's be honest, like the last 2 seasons, I know we've finished in the top 4, but we've kind of scraped it going into like the last couple of days. And you can't keep doing that. You will eventually get caught out. So there is part of me that thinks, well, could it be this year? But I just think, we've got enough about us and we do seem to always put ourselves together. So right now I'd say third, but I wouldn't be surprised if we ended up finishing fourth or something. But I don't think we'll be outside those Champions League places.
Okay, so I mean, you're not too worried about Arsenal strengthening and Tottenham strengthening and Man United.
No, because at the end of the day, I still think over a course of a season, we are still better than them. So I mean, yeah, those other teams will improve, but I don't think we'll regress enough for them to catch us. If that makes sense.
Makes sense, mate. Makes sense. I hear you. Let's go on to Callie. What are you saying, Callie?
Short, sweet, to the point. Third best chance if we get this Kounde or a Kounde level center back in. Worst case, fifth if we don't get another center back, and let's say we get no signings from this point forward. I think we're going to be fifth. I do think, even though that we will finish fifth, that our team is better than the teams that can finish above us. I just think when it comes to the depth and like the fatigue of a 38-game season, that's where we're going to drop enough points for some of these teams to catch us. Other than that, if we get about 2-3 signings in, I have no concerns, to be honest with you.
Fair enough. Zane with a donation that says Chelsea 9 points behind Arsenal and Jesus hat-trick at Stamford Bridge. Fair enough, mate. Zane, big up to Zane. Let's move on to Matt ZVO. What are you saying?
I mean, look, let's say hypothetically we get Kounde. I'm not going to make my final prediction till the day before game week 1, but as I stand now, it's third place. I think you say Arsenal, Tottenham strengthening. I think we still have a better team. I think the only thing lacking highly is our attack. I think take a bar depth in our midfield and defense. We do have a great starting 11. We just got to pray and pray very hard that we don't get any major injuries because, if we lose, say, James, that will cost us a lot. But at the end of the day, we're still a decent side. We've got a very good manager. Please don't forget that, guys. Do not take away. We still have a good manager, and I do think we can get third place.
Fair enough. Leon, what are you saying?
Well, I think the whole saga last season of sort of being on the top of the Premier League for 9 weeks helped us get third. This season, I could see getting third, but I would think we need to improve the squad. To be honest, I mean, there's 5-sub rule, but the team depth just isn't there, and I do worry about Spurs, Arsenal maybe, but Spurs more so because we all know from previous what Conte is like. We did see Kane and Son collapse in training, so he is pushing them really hard. So I say at best third, but maybe fourth if we get no improvements in.
Okay, all right. Chelsea database.
Fourth, just straight up fourth. I think it won't be a comfortable third like last season, where we barely dropped out of the top 4. I think we're fine for top 4 next season. And I think I saw a stat where we got an 8, the bookies say that we have an 81% chance of getting top 4, whereas Arsenal have a 33% chance of getting top 4. So I like those stats, and I'll back that. So yeah, Chelsea fourth. But I would be worried about Tottenham though. I think they get
fair enough. I hear you, bro. I hear you. I hear what you're saying. David, come on, mate. What are you saying first?
First, I wish. No, we're gonna come third. I trust us to make enough signings before the end of this window. If we don't, then obviously my prediction will change. The only team I'd worry about really is Spurs. I know everyone's really high on Arsenal right now, but you know Europa League exists and people just haven't factored that in. So yeah, I literally only see us. I see us in between second and fourth.
So you don't see it progressing too much.
No, I don't. If things go really well for us and you know our signings like really hit, then we could come second because I think Liverpool have got worse. But also like Spurs could be really good and just casually overtake us. But I just don't see Arsenal being ahead of us or Man United.
Consistent. Yeah, I hear that. Francis with a donation says Arsenal and Spurs are better than us right now. We have to wake up. 3rd to 5th last season was just 5 points. We need to wake up. Top 4 is not sure right now.
What? Did he just say Arsenal are better than us? Because they
well, anyway, he's just basing it on the players, and obviously that have been bought in. And
stuff, okay.
Fair enough. So Francis, big up to you, man. Thank you for the donation. Mal, best what you saying?
Bust is my bust.
What do you say, bro?
He's asking.
I think we're going to finish.
When do you think we'll finish?
We're going to finish, I'd say 3rd, but if we don't make enough signings, we're probably going to finish 4th.
Okay.
Finish 4th. All right. Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. Hassan, what you saying?
We have a terrible attack.
Oh, sorry, go, mate.
I really think we're going to finish 4th. I just think just because we lost a couple of players, we need to get a couple of players in. So there's probably going to be a little bit of disharmony. If we're gonna get like 3rd or higher, we're gonna have to rely on some kind of mid-off. Because let's be honest, the first 2 teams are going to be miles clear, and it's just going to be us 3 at the back, 15, 20 points behind. So I think. And basically, based on stats and second half of the season, we always drop off, and it's the same core of players that always drop off at the second half of the season. If we get signings in, we could probably finish comfortably 3rd, but I think I'm going to keep the bare minimum and say 4th.
Winner server.
Muted.
You're muted.
Muted, Magic.
Sorry.
Muted.
3rd, but I reserve the right to change it on September 2nd. After the
transfer.
That's fair. Spurs don't win the league. It's like seeing a flying unicorn. I need to see it first. I'm not worried about them. Not worried about them whatsoever. They only improved one area of their team. That's midfield. Arsenal are going to have to play 2 games a week from September. We know they can't do that, or a game every 3 or 4 days. So I think 3rd. And remember, we finished 3rd or scraped 3rd, however you want to put it. While suddenly improved. We've not done one a lot in the last 2 league campaigns, and we scraped 3rd and 4th. So get the deadwood out as soon as possible before they infest the new signings that come in. So that's what I want.
Yeah, fair enough. F said City said check Jacobs Steinberg's tweet, and this is just an absolute irrelevant. I'm sorry, I can't even agree with this. He said Chelsea are close to giving up and could walk away from negotiation with Sevilla to sign Kounde if there is no breakthrough. Fair enough, I get that. But then he goes on another complication. Is Thomas Tuchel is not entirely convinced about Kounde with doubts over his height. No,
well, that's rubbish. That's rubbish.
That's rubbish.
Sorry, I read it because I had to read it, but I am not entertaining it. I'm sorry. Don't even get me started. Don't even get me started.
Isn't he like the same height as Aspilicueta?
He's 5'10", 5'9". He's fine, man.
Listen,
not even that. Martinez is 5'9" as well. Let's not do this right now.
Mentioned the height.
I know it's stupid. I mean, if you actually looked at his stats, and I don't even want to get into it, but go and look at Chelsea databases, Fred and Jules Kounde. But have a good chat.
I bet you N'Golo Kante read that about what?
Jem, no one has answered the question, so I guess I'll ask it back to you. Seriously, let's kick this off. First of all, smash the like button for my guy. Second of all, what gets Tuchel sacked? Not biased, not reactionary. Let's be honest here. What gets our manager sacked?
Should I be brutally honest with you? If he has full power, gets the players he wants, and they flop, I think that would pull the trigger.
What gets the manager sacked is our fans. That's
we know that. No. But I mean, for you, like individually, like take all the bias,
I think all of us are objective people.
Let me just break it down, right? So let's be honest, right? Before we finish off, if we only get Sterling and Koulibaly when we were told there was going to be roughly around 5 players brought in, and we've kind of regressed because we've lost Rudiger. All right, Christensen's gone as well, so equally we still had to replace that position. If we've regressed in there, and then we've only given him 2 players who are good 2 players, all right? Don't get me wrong. But they're not improved on the squad depth, not improved on the forward line, not improved on the wing backs, not improved on midfield. How can Todd Bowley and that, I'm just saying, how can Todd Bowley and that have set targets so high of Tuchel and then sack him if he doesn't reach them? Because ultimately the argument would be he's not been backed. And the truth is, it's not that he's not been backed. I think Todd Bowley and that are trying to get things done. It's just that they're new to this and they've walked into a bastard blooming nightmare, to be honest, in the way that they've kind of like hijacked the deals that we were going to get. So my answer to that is, do I think he'll get sacked in the first season? Probably not if it finishes like this, because ultimately the argument would be, well, we didn't actually give him the utilities he needed to kick on or show us. So that might be it. But it just depends how bad it is, really, doesn't it? If we're like,
that's what I was going to say, because if he ends up 12th, you're going to want him sacked.
Yeah, well,
it's
a big problem, isn't it?
The likeliness of that happening is very low. Like, we'd have to have a lot of injuries.
The other is what Hiker and Martin said there. The other danger is that TT just leaves himself, because ultimately he's just going to be like, well, I'm not fucking up here. You're ruining my reputation now. I'm not getting what I wanted, and I can't get the best out of a crop of players that can't play in my system. I'm just going to walk. That could happen. That's true. He could do that.
Nah, but he won't leave, though, because I think for once he has full power and control over, like, the targets he can get. At PSG, that wasn't the case. At Dortmund, that wasn't the case. But I think for once he finally has that type of say in something. So I think he wants to stay to truly build a team.
Our PSG, he was literally against the director of football. And when Mbappe had power.
Relentless, aren't they? They are relentless.
Oh, they are everywhere, Jim. They're everywhere.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys.
I thought we were a small club. Why are they bothered by us?
Yeah, it's weird. They take it so personal, don't they? They're always on our case, don't they? It's weird. I thought we were a small club, but it's weird.
It's almost like we kept humiliating them in Europe somehow.
Yeah. Well, look, listen, we don't want to get into their corruptness. We know how much corrupt Barcelona are. We saw it a long time ago in the Champions League. We were
don't bring it up. I knew you would bring it up. Don't bring it up.
Anyway, guys, make sure
let them focus on the gross business, man, and end it here.
That's true. Right, make sure that you're smashing the like button. Subscribe if you're new to Chelsea Fan TV and GNA TV. Still over 1,200 of you guys here combined. Big up to every single one of you guys that have all been on the show. Charlie, nice having you on, mate. Didn't know you was around, to be honest, but it's nice having you in as well. Make sure you check out Charlie as well.
TV.
So go and check him out as well on his YouTube. Who else has got YouTube? Oh yeah, Matt's got a YouTube as well. ZVOII.
Here and there, you know, whenever I can be bothered, I'm there.
Yeah, just follow him on there. Chelsea Topics there as well. Chelsea Database on Twitter. Go and check him out. He's very good. Very, very. I actually like reading his stuff, man. He proper breaks things down. David, you just see on Football Terrace. He don't do anything. Like he's just David, isn't it? That's how David rolls. Winter Surfer. I mean, where are you these days, Winter Surfer? You're a bit here there. Where are you these days, man?
So Marshall just rebranded KH Football, and that's Casually FC.
Yeah, I see that actually.
Yeah, so back there, Sarcasm City TV, jump on Carefree Lewis time to time streams. So and wherever, man, just follow my Twitter.
And Leon, big up to you, bro. Nice having you on.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you having me on the show. I appreciate it.
No worries, bro. No worries. Always. Hassan, as always, big up to you, my man, as well. Nice to have you on. Like I said, guys, I am going to Croatia tomorrow night, so we'll try and get one more stream.
Croatia!
But then I might not be around when we're doing things, and that's going to annoy me because I can't stream. So I'll just have to
get a break.
Jem, Jem, fuck all this shit. Go get a break.
I get messages on Twitter now saying you're slacking. You're not doing YouTubes. Like, get on. Like, what are you doing? I'm like,
mute them, Jem.
Tell them kiss your ass.
Just mute them. That's all.
I mean, it's been good though.
Oh wait,
1,200 people here again. It's a grow. We're growing on both channels as well, which is going very well.
To 1 million views.
Yeah, over 1 million.
Big up the grind, man.
YouTube,
Yeah.
Big up the grind, man.
You're probably gonna hit it by the end of the stream anyway, depending
No,
on
no,
how many views.
I'm over 1 million views now. I've been over it for a while. But,
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing my uncle told me yesterday. My uncle's he's a massive Chelsea fan as well, but he's got a mate that's a Leicester fan, so he's actually going to watch Leicester versus Sevilla on Sunday. So it's going to be interesting to see if Kounde plays. I told him to shout down and say sign the bloody contract.
I told you, listen, I'm saying I'm going Croatia, but it's not. I'm going to Lagos, where he is at the moment. I'm going to bring him back for.
Hey, Lagos is nice too, man. What you mean?
Gonna kidnap him. Anyway, guys, enjoy the rest of your day. Big up for everyone. We'll be back hopefully tomorrow with some news of some kind, maybe.
Wait, Jim.
Yeah.
You almost forgot. We're not gonna have Timo Werner here another year. We got to sing him out. Timo Werner, baby. Timo Werner, whoa.
When the surface ran off, mate, you really turned his camera off. Look, he's so annoying. When the surfer hates Werner, he hates them all. What's going on, man? He don't want them.
No, but he said it. He said he really hates Werner. Like
he hates Werner more than he hates Havertz. I know that. He can't stand Werner.
Come on, what is so frustrating with me?
That's with David. David loves the silky German. Look at David. You love the silky German. What is that?
Who's got that on?
Wait, what is that? Wait, what is that? That's not me.
Anyway, guys, peace. We're going. Take care. We'll be back later on.
What a horrible way to
It's a great outro.